Yeah, man. Come on in. Come on in. Chill out a little bit. Let's get it jumping. Let's go ahead and get it jumping right now, man. I'll tell you what. You see what the ticker read. You see what the ticker is talking about, man. Good gracious, man. Browns dodge a late game disaster and beat the Ravens, man. My goodness, man. My goodness, man. By the way, man, let me just go ahead and shout out a couple dudes while we want to go ahead and do it. My man, B Skrills, shout out to you. Shout out to you. My man, Ricky the golfer. I told y'all. I want to let y'all know, man, I was dead serious, man. A lot of people thought I was playing around with them. You thought I was playing around when I was talking about the giveaway last week. I said, no. I said, hit me up at G Bush 91 on Twitter. I said, go ahead and hit me up at Fifth Dimension Media 1 at gmail.com. And I'm running a raffle to give out the free gear. My man, Ricky the golfer, hit me up. Fifth Dimension Media 1 at gmail.com. And my man is ready to get it. I'm glad you got your gear, man. Definitely, Ricky Golfer. Thank you so much for your support. Thanks for all the guys that are out there to support me. Keep supporting and keep showing what we talking about, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Let's get right off into this thing. Cleveland Browns win a game 24-22 over the Baltimore Ravens. And this game, to me, was a microcosm of what we talked about this year. First and foremost, let me just start this right off by saying that I'm not going to downplay a win. The Cleveland Browns had to come up here, and they needed to get a win. Did they get that win? Yes, indeed, they got a win. They got a win against a team that I can't stand. First of all, let's get that all the way out of the way. I don't like nothing about the Ravens. I don't like to see them prosper. I don't like to see them get Christmas gifts. I don't like to see them get they sidewalk shoveled. I don't like to see nothing. I listen, the Grinch that stole everything for the Baltimore Ravens. So when I saw Lamar Jackson go out of the game, I don't know what people be talking about now. G. Bush, you can't wish anybody to get hurt. The hell you can't. You never want to risk. Listen, the only thing you don't wish on nobody on a football field is this. I'd never want to see a person ever in their life be paralyzed on a football field. That's just my personal opinion. That's how I feel about it. I'd never want to see nobody get personally like carted off on no stretcher, unconscious, none of that stuff. But regular broken legs and ankles and torn AC. I done had 13 surgeries. I'm going to have a surgery coming up on the 20th of December. I'm going to be at university hospitals kicking it and chilling. You think they care? You think them boys over there care about me? These are surgeries due to playing football 30 years ago. So I ain't got no sympathy for none of that. The Browns did what they supposed to do. Get these boys up out of here. And the Browns did exactly what they should have done. Should have did that. Definitely do that. Get these dudes off the table, man. Square Table Degenerates Podcast. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you, man. 0 points in the second half, bro. We getting there. We working our way to it. I was just trying to be nice for the first 15 to 20 seconds. I figured everybody wanted to come in and talk a little bit about the nice game that we all had. Talk about the nice win. And, people always say, G. Bush, you're not talking about the win. The win is all that matters. The win is all. The hell it do. We got that little piece of win, and I'm going to tell you what's our problem. I'm going to tell you what our problem is. Yeah, we won, but. We won this game today. And I'm not going to take nothing from them because went out there and got that dub. But Lamar Jackson was out. There's a lot of people in their defense is out. A lot of different people is out. And I'm not even so mad about the fact that those guys are out. If they would have came out here and did what they were supposed to, and they had top players out, who cares about that? What I'm disappointed about is this. 24 points in the first half. And you get none in the second? No points in the second half. How often and how many times do we have to continue to talk about this when we're talking about this thing with the Cleveland Browns? How often does it take place? How often are we going to have to consistently sit up here and talk about, for the simple fact that, once again, where are your adjustments? Where's the play adjustments at? You're going against a defense that don't have Calais Campbell. You're going against a defense that doesn't have Marlon Humphrey. And one of the things that I told y'all and I said was, look, we need 2 to 3 more touchdowns on these boys. We need to pour 2 to 3 more touchdowns on these guys. We need a couple more. And guys jumped on my Twitter line. See, that's what I'm talking about, G. Bush. You're too greedy. Why can't we just, get out of here with a win and run the clock out? Because this is why you can't run the clock out and get out of here with no win. You can't run the clock out and get out of here with no win, because we are supposed to be a better team than this. We're supposed to be working on certain things to get our offense up and running. And these are the simple things that I've been talking about the entire year. And during the pregame show, ad nauseum, I talk about the same stuff over and over again. These are habits. Good teams put people away. Good teams can convert when they're supposed to. Good teams can fall on onside kicks. And here's a situation where the Cleveland Browns, once again, with no Lamar Jackson, no Marlon Humphreys, no Calais Campbell, no J.K. Dobbins, no receivers on their team, they let a backup guy, I thought it was Brent Huntley. It wasn't even Brent Huntley. This guy's name is Tyler Huntley. You let Tyler Huntley come get his money off and do what he wanted in the second half, right off the bench. No warm up, no practice, no nothing. No nothing, man. And so this is the stuff I'm talking about. So yeah, people can say, oh, they won, but this is, if you are a good team, if you are a team that has aspirations to go to the Super Bowl or the playoffs, these are the things that we consistently keep telling you that you can't do. And we've been rocking and rolling and doing this same type of dumb stuff the whole entire year. So now let me go ahead and drill deeper. If you've been watching my videos, I always take a deep dive, and I like to call spades, and I get specific. I don't say, well, we got to go over the tape. We just have to go over the tape and look at it for what it is. We just look at it, G. Bush, and, we didn't do what we needed to do. I can't wait for the press conference to hear the same old thing. Remember that song on Lamb Chops? This is a song that never ends. Yes, it goes on and on, my friend. Some people started singing and not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it just because this is the same thing. Matter of fact, we over 100 people in the chat. Please hit that like button. It's the only way YouTube shows a player love. Hit that like button on the way in, and let's go ahead and get to these naming names. Same issues every game in the second half. I don't know. I don't know, Coach Stefanski. You may have watched my video. Some people said you watched my 5 things the Cleveland Browns need to do to get the offense rolling. I saw you run split backs in the shotgun one time. Split back shotgun one time. It's so frustrating to see this offense. We may have won, but it's so frustrating watching this offense. It's just like watching paint dry. I mean, how many times do we have to see Austin Hooper check down God himself? Check down God, Austin Hooper, and it's just 5-yard out, 3-yard out, 6-yard out, 6-yard sit down, button hook. Any way you can just, I'm like, I know Njoku ain't here. He's just getting spot shadowed today. It's just crazy to me. This offense, I swear to goodness, man, I would rather do my 7th grade year again right now. Instead of watching the Browns play offense, just send me back to Lehman Middle School and let me do 7th grade all over again. You know how annoying that is? You don't even get recess in 7th grade. You just got to do home ec and wood shop. You just looking around with that terrible lunch. Come on. It's just, I don't know. You tell me. I got to ask, and I just want to hear. I want to get the participation. There's 118 people in here. I'm gonna ask y'all, because people thought I was G. Bush, you're just trolling. You're just trolling, G. Bush. I'm going to be honest with you. I like Freddie Kitchens' playbook better than Stefanski's. I'm sorry. If you like Stefanski's, if you like Freddie Kitchens' playbook, put a 1 in the chat. If you like Kevin Stefanski's playbook, put a 2 in there. I'm telling you, listen, I'm just being honest with you. I swear up and down, Freddie Kitchens' playbook is way better than this. And I thought I was crazy. Let me get back to this. Let me look at it. I'm going to get to these. Look, Nick Morgan says, wow. And you have to say it like that. I knew you said it like that, player. He was like, wow. Look at the ones. Speed Hookala, 1. M. Scott, 1. Abdul Smith, 1. Robin Ventures, 1. I'm just saying, okay, logic, truth, I'll give you the 2. CS got a 1, no. Head Honcho 9 got a 1. Let's see. Lamons Jr. got a 1. Hey, he even, listen, Render Dog said he gonna spell 1. He just gonna put 1 in there. Listen, Matthew Vertic, 1. At least it was interesting to watch. Super Facts. Jimmy Foxhound, 1. Tag Force 06, you're the second guy that likes Stefanski's playbook. Maybe you played tight end in college. Maybe you played tight end in high school. I don't know. My man says, no. Hey, I'm just saying. Barry Langford got a 1. I'm keeping it real. Let's get to the super chat really quickly. And I appreciate this super chat up here. Let's get to it. Hold on. We're going to get to you. You see, shout out to my man, Robert Venters. You see a difference in coaching between Tomlin and Kevin. The Steelers came out that second half after Tomlin went off on them. I'm sorry. Kevin can't do that. You lead me right into what I'm talking about, my man. And thank you so much for the super chat, your support. Thank you for submitting that and your question as well. For all those people that definitely want to submit a super chat, you can do so using YouTube. You can also donate on Cash App at $GBush91. Once again, that's $GBush91. But Rob Ventures, let's talk about exactly what you just talked about. This offensive scheme can't be saved. I thought about this for a little bit, and in my mind, I thought maybe there was something for Kevin Stefanski, and maybe it was just that he needed to get his mojo back. Maybe it was something that maybe he just, guys had got some tape on him. Maybe he had, lost his way a little bit. Maybe he lost his fastball. I'm figuring maybe he'll get back on the bike, keep it moving. This offense, there's no redeeming qualities for it. There's no redeeming qualities for his offense. When you talk about this guy's offense, there's nothing there. And to give you a point, this is how you know there's nothing there. And take a look at the teams we play. It doesn't matter whether or not the team we're playing has a starting quarterback, a backup quarterback, or a rookie quarterback. All 3 of those guys. Every single one of those guys, every single one of those players has a substantial opportunity to outperform our guy. The plays look easier. The progressions are easier. The field is wide open. Guys get easier yards. There's more opportunity there. And just go back and look at this. And I'm going to be honest. I'm a guy who I reevaluate a lot. Baker by himself misses a lot of throws. But I'm going to tell you something. It's a travesty. This offense that Stefanski is running and running Baker out there in this offense, I'm going to have to reevaluate a lot of stuff at the end of the year and say, I know Baker misses some passes, but Kevin Stefanski, by under no way, shape, or form, gets a pass. Because some of this offense, I mean, they trotted out. Instead of using extra receivers, instead of using Kareem Hunt, they just say, you know what we're going to do? Let's just go ahead and use Blake Hands as a tight end and have him block. I repeat that. Instead of using Kareem Hunt, Demetric Felton, any sort of misdirection, any sort of jet sweeps to hand the ball off. And my problem is this. If you want to run the ball, there's more than one way you can run the football. You can run the football by being clever. You can run tosses. You can run misdirection. You can run jet motion. You can run twin backs. He does none of that. He just was like, well, okay, well, let me put a tight end. I know it's a tight end play right here. Let me put a tackle in there. It just baffles me. I'm literally going to have to watch at the end of the year and be like, I need to go watch every single game over on all 22 and really evaluate if this playbook can even have anybody be open. Ask yourself a question. Ask yourself a question. If Patrick Mahomes was in this offense, and I hate seeing this stupid stuff. If Patrick Mahomes was in this offense, do you believe Kevin Stefanski would run his offense or put Patrick Mahomes in shotgun and let him do what he does? I'm asking. Go right back to it. Put a 1 if you believe Kevin Stefanski would actually put him in a shotgun and play just like he does in Kansas City, or put a 2 if he had Patrick Mahomes, he would line him up with 3 tight ends. I'll wait. Man, I'll wait. Man. Guys are coming in with 2s. Mark Miller 2s. Chuck Gennaro 2s. Mark A. Lewis Jr. 2s. John Brown 2. DeAndre Black 2. XX Cavs. I guess you're a Cavs fan. We're just gonna say that. Shout out to you. I like whoever made that picture too. We got a couple of ones in here. Nick Morgan is a 1. Mr. I ain't gonna say that. I'm not gonna say this one because you might get me demonetized. We're not gonna say that. Kieran A. Gavin 1. Bear Theater 1. Philip Rucker is a 2. Damian Leggett is a 2. Chuck is a 2. There's lots of people I believe are going to be 1s and 2s. Let me go up. I got a couple of super chats that I definitely want to get to. Nick Morgan says maybe Kitchens as OC. My gosh. I mean, that's like taking your ex-girlfriend back, a wife, just because she lost 5 pounds in February after New Year's resolutions. You know she gaining that 5-pack. You know she going to gain back 10. She gained back that 10. I ain't taking Freddie back. I'm just saying that's how bad. If your new girl is worse than your old girl and your old girl's trash, you know what that means. G. Bush, that land chalk that never ends had me rolling. This ain't the year, but as long as they keep winning, I'm down. Go Browns. Hey, you know what? I can't even be mad. I was at the Browns, tailgate, and I'm doing the pregame show. I can't even be mad, man. There's a lot of people that I'm not checked out, but I don't got my emotional feelings involved. I ain't going crazy. Like, I'm not going nuts, bro. I'm not like losing my mind when they do certain things. For me, that game against the Patriots really, it burned my britches. It really burned me like that, man. It burned me. James B, thank you so much for the super chat. G Bush, I appreciate your show coming on here from Buckeye Capital and say draft CJ Stroud next year and fire Stefanski updated this year. My goodness, man. Did you, I mean, James, did you really? I didn't see this coming. I didn't see it coming. I did not see Kevin Stefanski looking this bad. I mean, look at this game today. Kevin Stefanski was up 24-6 or something. This game was finished. Lamar Jackson is done for the game. Calais Campbell's finished for the game. This is supposed to be a game that you get your young boys in. This is a game you get your numbers up. You get everybody some touches. There's some games you work on some plays that you want to get next week together. This is that type of game. Not only was it not that type of game, not only did you actually come close to losing, to be honestly truthful, they was about this close from touching you. If you let Justin Tucker line up from anywhere, my shout out to my wife Rosie. She said, babe, what is that red line right there on the field? I said, babe, that's the red line. That means game over. She was like, what that mean? I said, if that kicker, that guy right there, trots on the field, that line means we're done. She's just looking at me confused, like she's like, I don't know. This is why I don't hang out with you too much. Justin Tucker gets out on that football field, it's over. He's automatic. That kid's a Hall of Famer as a kicker. And it didn't even need to come to that. And the second thing, too, who gets onside kicks? Who gets onside kicks? Who? Is the Cleveland Browns the only team that onside kicks are almost antiquated? The league committee is at the point of saying, you know, we might as well just go ahead and let y'all like do something else, because onside kicks is like they only completed 0.1005% of the time. It ain't even fun no more. And we got fullbacks just getting the ball kicked off the side of their shoulder pads. These dudes, man, I don't, man, listen, you know, oh boy. Kyle Reese, we would have lost if Myles didn't do what he did. Stefanski got to go cut the kicker. Myles Garrett once again came out and did what he was supposed to do. And you guys, as always, astute. My audience is some of the astute. See, this is for the real cats. These is for see. Here's the difference. There's about 170 people in here today. You know why it's 170 people in here? They don't want that Kool-Aid. They don't want no smoke today. People like, listen, we got beat last week. I don't want no problems. Well, at least we got the win. I am not messing with G. Bush today. You know what he on. He on some trash today. You know G. Bush on some trash today. I am not going over here and getting no truth serum. See, that's the thing. You got to be a real one to be over here. Hey, like I always say, this ain't for everybody. My content ain't for everybody. This ain't the place you come and they tell you you feel good about yourself, right? The place you come where I just give you some, hey, you know what? Look at it this way, right in the thick of things. Nah, these Browns fans over this way a little different. We don't fool ourselves. We talk about the facts. We give credit where credit is due. But at the same time, you're not going to come over here and just, act like nothing happened today, because that is the reason why we're not contenders at this point. Not saying that you can't change your path, not saying that you can't get better, but frankly, I just don't see it. I don't see how they change their path with this offense. I don't see it. And can we talk about this too? Let's get to this a little bit. I just want to know. I want your feedback on this, because this is interesting to me. Literally, what do you guys attribute to this? Tyler Huntley, 27 to 38, 270 yards, 1 touchdown, passer rating of 99.7. No snaps. Oh, and by the way, he had a whole and one mixtape on people. He was Allen Iverson. Oh, you can't catch me. Can't catch me. Can't catch me. Who? My shoulders is loose. He was doing his. I said, man, you let Lamar Jackson too come out here like this? He had a whole mixtape. He made Malik McDowell lay down. Malik McDowell laid down. You know how he made Malik McDowell lay down like he been married for 60 years and your spouse just died. You know how it be. You married for 60 years and your spouse just died. I'm going to go ahead. I'm tired. I'm going to go ahead and lay it down. They be like, what happened to Cecil? He died of a broken heart. That don't work for nobody 40. God don't let you get that off. You could be brokenhearted all you want. You're going to go to work. You can't just will yourself out of here. You're going to have to take some sort of sedative. But back to the reality, he laid Malik McDowell down on like a little shake move. I was like, golly, where do they get these mobile quarterbacks? Tyler Huntley, 27 or 38, 270, 1 touchdown, no picks, passer rating of 99.7. Cleveland Browns starting quarterback, Baker Mayfield, 22 of 32, 190, buck 90, 2 touchdowns, which I called out, by the way. If you listen to the pregame show, I told you he's going to throw for 2 touchdowns. He's going to give you a pick. Passer rating of 91.9. Y'all help me put my head together and figure this out. How is it? And I'm just trying to say this because I don't want to be, I just want to see if people is thinking the way I am. How is it this guy, no snaps during the week, no first team reps, how is it that he comes off the bench, he moves his team down the field, 270, almost 300 yards, he's scrambling, does not have a name brand recognized receiver, don't know who they got at running back, and the guy comes out here with 100 passer rating. Our guy. This ain't even 200 yards. This a buck 90. Is it the throws ain't there? Is it the routes not there? Is it the scheme not there? You tell me. Because weekly, we come out of these matchups, and it don't matter who the quarterback is. Mac Jones, don't matter. Rookies, don't matter. Backup dudes, don't matter. This is very alarming because moving forward, until we can explain this, the difference between this and this, there's no way we can. How can we call ourselves Super Bowl caliber? 185 people in the building. Please hit that like button on the way in. I appreciate you. You ain't got to donate. All you got to do is hit the like button. Like buttons is free, baby. Like button is free. Let's get back to these chats. We talking to the people today. Oh, my goodness, man. Man, wow. Blessings, King. David from Cleveland. That's why I love y'all, man. My man he ain't even want nothing. You ain't even want nothing. David, get back in here. You ain't got to just ask me a question. Put something up there. I got you, bro. I appreciate you. Man, I appreciate you, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. You know, cats out here support me, supporting the content. Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you. And thank you. Happy holidays to you. Man, we still talking. I just want to make sure I get these super chats in. Tim Oates, Ravens fan. Yes, coaches. We threw a 60-yard bomb on the first down when we needed 17-23 for JT. A fireable call by Grow to me. Hey, listen. This is why this chat. This is why this is the realest chat in the game. Ain't nobody else got Ravens fans or Chiefs fans or 49ers fans that's jumping in the building. See, this is why I respect it. I'm not no homer dude. I love the game of football. I ain't no homer. Man, if you love football, you can be in the chat because we real over this way. Listen, I hate the Ravens. I want y'all to lose all the time. But do you know I got to give you your props when you win? I got to get that to you. And as far as what you're talking about right here, yeah, that was crazy. That's crazy. The 60-yard bomb. And the crazy thing about that is, Tim, is the Browns is giving up the underneath stuff. The underneath stuff was moving. And Mark Andrews couldn't be tackled today. He was on that gorilla milk. He was on the Superman joint today. He looked like he wanted to play. Underneath was open. And they was completing some of that stuff. I was like, ooh. He had Hollywood Brown down the sideline a few times. But that's just what it is when you don't be getting them first team reps, though. Like, it just be off a little bit. But I'm with you. You can't throw that up. You can't throw that up, my man. You can't do it. Here we go. Let's figure it out. Wow. Robbie Mack just came out and just said, yeah, Huntley is a better quarterback than Baker. Man, my man Jimmy Foxhound said he spends more time practicing than filming them commercials. His commercials is fire, though. Don't that make you mad a little bit? His commercials fire. Got the new Rock and Roll Hall of Fame one? Fire. I mean, I don't know when he's shooting these, but these joints is fire. All the above, letter D, my man Timothy McCoy says, bro, that happened at Kansas City last year. Man, let's see what we got. Sean Woodland says, you have to be kidding me. They are in two different circumstances. The dude was trailing. He had to throw the ball. Mayfield was in a different situation. Come on, man. I'm asking you, listen, here's the thing. What I'm asking you a question about is this. I'm asking you a question as to why this is not the only time his stat line looks like that. His stat line looked like that against Detroit. His stat line looked like that against New England. He's had multiple stat lines like that. Yes, when you're trying to come back, that's what it looks like. I'm trying to listen. I'm asking you what you think, because here's the point: if it ain't on Baker, who is it on then? We're gonna get to the bottom of it one way. If it ain't on Baker, then why does the Ravens offense look like that and ours don't? Somebody got to give something up. Somebody get it up. Hey, yo, G. Bush, bro had 2 fumbles. We didn't say he was a starting quarterback. He gave up 2 fumbles. So he was a -1 in the turnover battle. Baker gave up 1. He fumbled twice. But you also have to give it up in terms of this. When you look at the production was different. If you can get 270 and 1 touchdown, a couple of fumbles, and he had his team within 1 play, a few yards of kicking the game-winning field goal. Come on. I mean, you can't refute that. Can't refute that. Robert Crow. Tony Romo as the OC and then the head coach bring in D. Watson. Listen, if Deshaun Watson, I'm going to send a blanket statement out here. And I always say this in terms of everything. These dudes out here that's on these football fields, if you act like you know these people and these people are some pillar of the community and these guys are really great people, you're lost. You don't know what life is about, and you need to really do your research. These guys are good athletes. They're not role models. They're not guys that you should tell your children to be like. These guys are athletes. This is entertainment. That's what it is. That's all it is. So when these dudes get in trouble, I'm like, okay, what did they say about the law? Did they put you in jail yet? If you're going to jail, I can't mess with you. At the end of the day, if you didn't go to jail and your suspension, we'll talk about what you're doing with the suspension. But for me, I think 90% of them have something wrong with them. 90% somebody got a skeleton somewhere. And this is society in general, right? If there's people that vote for people that for presidents for reasons I could care less about, these people got the button. So when it comes to quarterbacks, I just care. Can you play? Did you go to jail yet? You're not going to jail, or you going to jail? On football merit, if he can play, yes, I'll take Deshaun Watson. Stop. I mean, come on. I mean, people crack me up with that. Gasp. Pearls. Robert Kraft was all in a, never mind. You know where Robert Kraft was at. My mom was looking at me, don't you say it, boy. Baker had awful body language as well. Second string quarterback getting 270 is a darn shame. Look, man, Coach Harrison, it's rough. My man Ricky the Golfer says, I don't even think we are a playoff team playing the way we did today, let alone a Super Bowl team. Thank you, my man. Thank you, my man. I truly don't believe right now the Browns are anywhere close to a playoff team. And the reason I don't think they're a playoff team is I said this earlier today. Was I don't think they're a playoff team because the Browns are supposedly a running team, but they don't even really run the ball that well. I mean, when is the last time you've seen Chubb and Hunt get multiple carries and do multiple damage? They don't even really, if you think about it, do they really, really, really run the ball like that? Let's look at their play action game. Are they really, really devastating with the play action? Are they getting chunk plays with the play action? Are they? No, they're not getting none of that. It's just Christopher Landers. I appreciate you, man. Look, you don't even want that, man. You just want to show support. Salute to you, man. Salute. I appreciate that, man. 27 fantasy points in 2 weeks against the 31st pass defense in the NFL. They left the entire middle of the field open. Left Andrews wide the hell open. Gave them too many easy throws by playing soft. You know, at the end of it, this is what Joe Woods does after a while. This is a problem with Joe Woods. Joe Woods, he seems like he only has a certain amount of blitzes in his lifetime. And if he goes over those blitzes, he's going to pass out and expire. You've used too many blitzes. He does that. His defense, the Browns defense with what they got could be lethal. Man, Mark A. Lewis says, analytics don't make a dominant football organization. Super facts. Super facts. Ryan Counter, I hope I'm saying your name right. I appreciate it. Must find a way to resign Clowney and Tack. They both made splash plays. Jacob Phillips and JLK starting linebackers and nickel in the future. See, this is why I love you guys. You set me all the way up. You set me up. I set you up. You set me up. We all live together. We all educate each other. And you go to my next bullet point. Myles Garrett, Clowney, JOK. Speed kills. Speed absolutely kills. Boy, I tell you what. This is the most disappointing part about what covering the Browns is the fact that the Browns have such a terrible playbook offensively. The coaching and adjustments is so bad that they are making you believe that they are worse than what they are. They making you believe the Browns is just mediocre. If you put this team, can you imagine what Andy Reid would do with this defense? Can you imagine what Bill Belichick would do with this defense? Understand this. Bill Belichick has never had a player like Myles Garrett. Never. Think about on all levels. Clowney and Garrett, you can't run from them. You're not running from them. Stop it. And then I ain't seen Lamar Jackson run back for worse in a long time. JOK was like, hold on, you forgot I was fast? You forgot that I was just like a running back? I'm back here. Look at me. I'm back here. Oh, you trying to block me? Get away from me. You trying to block me? Oh, I'm way too fast. Oh, see? Matrix is coming out on Christmas, but I already got it a day early because I am the Matrix. What? JOK is on some other type stuff. And they got to find some money for Clowney. I'm sorry. They're a package deal now. They are a package deal. I cannot have Clowney without Garrett. I need that. That's a package deal. And if you know me, y'all feel free to give me my flowers. Feel free to give me my flowers. I don't like to say I told you so, but I told you so. How many videos do I got to do every single year? I did it for consecutive years and months while everybody in Cleveland was like, G. Bush, I don't want Jadeveon Clowney because he went to the Titans last year. We don't need him. He doesn't drink Christmas ale. He didn't come to Cleveland and hang out at West 6 in the flats. He doesn't know what it's like in Cleveland, Ohio. Clowns, bro. Where's the sex at, G. Bush? He's hurt. Oh my gosh, man. You guys, man. Everybody can't go to Ohio State, and everybody does not want Burning River Christmas ale. The man can play ball. And we got to figure out a way to get this man back because these two dudes, can you imagine if they just had somebody, if Joe Woods just would stop playing for 1 second? They got two bookends. Malik McDowell is a bully. Malik McDowell came off the streets. He has not got no practice. He ain't got nothing in him. No practice, no nothing. Get a year under his belt. You need to sign him back. Denzel Ward. About time. I've been calling you out for a whole year. And you see how this works with people with Baker? See, Baker people? This is what happens when somebody plays good and you previously said constructive things that they need to get better. Guess what? Ward ain't been in the training room. He ain't been hurt. He rubs his hamstrings down. He stretches before practice. He realizes, hey, this kid Newsome on the other end, he's kind of good. What if they just say, let's go with Greedy Williams and Newsome and tell me I ain't getting no Marlon Humphreys money? What if they tell me I ain't getting none of that big time corner money? And he just stepped this game all the way up. Pick sixes, knockdown passes, ended the game today. You see how that worked? It ain't about no blind allegiance. It ain't about the name on the back of the jersey. It's about that production. And when you producing and you still producing, I'm going to applaud it every single time. I don't eat birthday cake with none of these dudes. I don't hate these dudes. These dudes ain't looking my number up. I ain't looking their number up either. They don't even know what I look like. Y'all cats think y'all gonna get invited to the family reunion or cookout. No, it's about that production on the field. And right now, Denzel Ward is producing. They got bona fide. They got pieces, parts. John Johnson is coming through now. He's starting to play better. And Grant Delpit, look at that box score. Grant Delpit led the team in tackles today. 11 solos. Hey, Ronnie Harrison, I told you. Hey, Ronnie, I told you, better get your mind together. But that's what it's about. That's all that's about. But that speed we cultivating. And by the way, I'll throw one more thing at you. But first, let me get to a couple comments, and then I'm going to come back and give you my last thoughts before we wrap this up. It's getting kind of long out here. Don't want to get it long. Let's keep going, man. Let's see. Somebody said this. Abdul Smith, Baltimore adjusted in the second half. Browns didn't. I think that's pretty much obvious too. Ravens are like Dracula. They have to put a stake in the heart. Hey, they ain't never dead. That's why I always tell, like, to me, I respect the Steelers and the Ravens because they don't die. They're not gonna die easy. Stop trying to put dirt on their graves. They're not gonna go lightly. Burrow Falcon 08 says, I'm at the point where I have realized that Baker isn't the cause of the problem, but he isn't the solution either. Big changes needed next season, which will make or break the coaching style. I think I think I'm kind of at a bit of both. The more I watch this stuff, and the more I go back and watch Baker in college, the more I go back and look at what he did best and look at what positions Lincoln Riley put him in, or where he really excels. And I look at the contradiction, and I look at the juxtaposition between what Lincoln Riley did and what we do here. I can't help but to take a little bit of the blame off of him. I mean, we running with 5-6 tight ends, man. Like, I'll be kind of salty too. And by the way, man, when's the last time you see Baker Mayfield able to audible at the line of scrimmage? When the last time you seen Baker able to audible at the line of scrimmage come with a pass? When have you seen Baker Mayfield under center and they just drop back and throw the ball? Everything is a play action. Every single thing is when you see him just under center, take the snap, drop back 3 steps. It don't. Trust me. I'll be looking at it. More and more I'm starting to think, man, and if they don't make the playoffs, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if Stefanski think that everybody just going to come back in his kumbaya. Somebody got to go. Van Pelt, I don't care if it's a tight end coach. I don't care if it's a receivers. I don't know who it is, but something got to go. And them keys to the offense got to come. He got to come up off them keys. He got to come up off them keys, man. It's just, man. Chubb can't do anything against the Ravens for some reason. Well, the Ravens ain't going to let you do nothing. The Ravens is just like, look, if you want to beat us with Marcus Bradley, or you want to like Donovan Peoples-Jones kill you to death with slants, and Jarvis Landry catch square ends for, the rest of the game, they'll let you do that. But they're not going to let your best player get off. Best player off all day on Watson. Hey, I say what y'all want, man. I don't care about that. All that political stuff, I care less about that. You know how many bad people's in the world? I'm not surprised by none of it. Guys be horrible. These dudes ain't going to church with me. Listen, I pray for you, bro. Hope it works out. But these dudes, come on. Stefanski is hindered trying to work with Mayfield. Team stacked the box, and him in, and then him in the pocket. He can't get the ball downfield. Call it. Here's the thing about this too. That's what we're trying to figure out. Who is it? It's one or the other. It's either Stefanski is running this playbook, and that's his playbook, and he's running it, and he's trying to show you that he can't do what I'm asking him to do. And Baker coming back. You think, like, let's be clear. Baker's PR team is smart. I need y'all to put a stamp on this right here. 48. Baker Mayfield's team is smart. He's doing his negotiations through the press. You thought it was just a coincidence? Kurt Warner put that video out. That video with Kurt Warner talking about it ain't all Baker's fault. Guess what? Before the game, guess who gets an exclusive? Kurt Warner gets an exclusive. He gets an exclusive interview. In that exclusive interview, he talks about how it's been tough in the locker room with some internal struggling with the team. Right? A couple weeks ago, it was him saying with Jay Glazer, oh, I've been going through a lot. Got that shoulder injury. It ain't just a labrum, it's a chip bone. And that. I'm like, when did these dudes start really talking to the press? I don't know. No quarterback that was saying that. People start talking about, if you think about it, I'm telling you, you watch. You don't think, and I'm just giving you the inside. I'm just giving you, listen, you ain't got to believe me. I'm the black sheep of media. Ain't nobody calling me for no interviews. Come on now. But let me tell you something. If you don't think they floating that stuff out to cats, you crazy. Have you noticed? Have you noticed? Ask yourself this. Have you not noticed that most of the industry has done a major 360 on Baker? Colin Cowherd haven't even been really talking to really saying nothing negative about him. Skip Bayless, total flip. Colin, Skip, you get now you throw in Rich Eisen if you haven't checked. I saw Rich Eisen with Michael Smith. Michael Smith was like, "Dang, Rich Eisen, is you Captain Save a quarterback?" I'm dang, bro. I didn't know you was that serious about. Wouldn't you like the Browns that much? Keep listening. Then all of a sudden, Kurt Warner's out here breaking up tape, talking about it's just not Baker's fault. All of a sudden, Baker gave him that exclusive. You got to think about it. Information is key. Information is God in this industry. This is about the people that run around and joust and say, who had it first? I had it first. No, I had it second. I had it first. I never got that. I still don't get it. But just always remember that. Baker is like, I'm telling you all this stuff because I think Stefanski's playbook is trash. I think his offense is trash. And this is really going to be a devious offseason. I'm going to tell you what. It's going to be an offseason from you know where if they don't make the playoffs. But I'll give them credit today. We live to fight another day. Y'all can come back and listen to another blog, and we relevant for another week. So as always, let's go ahead and check in where y'all from really quickly. Oh, hold on. We almost had another one. Man, Andy Belichick, Mike Tomlin, with this defense would go bananas. Brandon Bagley, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Appreciate you so much. You guys have been really good to me. Yeah, he said if that boy wants to put his hands on any of his women, he'd be in jail. Have offended but didn't touch them. So go get him. He should have picked up after Miles. Hey, worked out with Kareem Hunt. He's turned out to turn his life around. Worked out well for everybody, and we good. Let's get this going. Let's clap it up, man. So first and foremost, let's shout out the areas in Ohio. Let's get this going. Get the typewriters going. We got the win today. Where are you calling from? Let's get it going. Where you going in from? Where you getting the money on at? Right now, I got a shout out First of all, man, y'all keep sending this. Man, late in the game, they gave Jarvis a 2-yard route when the first down was 4 yards away. Jarvis isn't happy. Hey, Jarvis is going to tell every young receiver to come here in the world. 216 in the building. You know what it is. Damon, you know where we at. 216, Dayton, Youngstown, Cleveland, Cincinnati. You know what it is. Hey, Cleveland Heights, Kingsport, Tennessee. Shout out to everybody, players out to everybody in Tennessee, in Kentucky for the hurricane. It might as well have been a hurricane, but the tornadoes, a lot of people going through some stuff down in Tennessee and Kentucky. Hearts, prayers out there. Make sure you go. They need blood. They need some canned goods. They need some clothing. If you can get it down there, please do so. Thank you so much for your support down in Tennessee. Middlesbrough, UK, Great Britain. I never know if it's Great Britain, United Kingdom, or England. I think there's a whole mix of that. But shout out to you down there. My man, Ricky the Golfer, 843 in the building. My man Mark Lewis is in Salem. Let's go. The Legend 27, Youngstown is in the building. My man Superland 7, East Side, Uptown, Lee and Miles. You know what it is. Represent. ATL is in here. Bankhead is in here. Shout out. Peace up, A-Town down. Hey, Charlotte, North Carolina, Abdul Smith. Shout out to Rock Hill. Shout out to Ballantyne. Shout out to everybody over there, man. Cleveland and VA. Shout out to VA, man. You know, all some of the greatest producers in the game in Virginia. Timberland, Missy. You know what it is. I love y'all out there, man. David from Cleveland, 937 in the building. Warren, Ohio in the big building. Cedric Lyons, my man. Shout out to you. Shout out to Youngstown Warren. And of course, Cleveland 216 in the building. Kinsman. Ooh, he's a heavy hitter. Kinsman in the building. Charleston, South Carolina in the building. 832 is in here. Bus City or Bus. Sorry, not sorry. I love it. These dudes got some crazy logos. Canton, Ohio is in the building. You know what it is, 330. We always in here. We always doing our thing. And we got a couple more. Let's get 10 more in here. Let's do King, North Carolina in the building. Cleveland Heights Beast Grills. Ashtabula. He in the building. Let's go. Robert Crow, Dallas, Texas is in the building. Canton up in here. Michael Smith. My man. D Gant, Columbus. You know what it is. 614 in the building. Shout out to my man. Wow. Hartford Junior High, man. You the old Hartford or the new Hartford? You got an old Hartford or new Hartford, rural Ohio, man. I thank you, man. And University Heights, man. Last but not least, I want to thank everybody for having a good show today. Good conversation, good talk. Don't forget, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We will be back again. Browns preview show. We'll be doing that. Make sure you check out me and John Costco, Pro Football Focus. That will be coming up on Wednesday. Make sure you check that out. Make sure you check out the blog with me and Quincy Carrier. That'll be out as well. Let's see if we can make 2 in a row. We still in this thing. As always, take care of each other. Take care of your peoples. Have a happy holiday. Peace.